ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। सर्ववेदान्तसिद्धान्त गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविन्दं परमानन्दं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। दुर्लभं त्रयमेवैतद् देवानुग्ररहेतुकं मनुष्यत्वं मुमुक्षुत्वं महापुरुषसंश्रयः। लब्ध्वा कथञ्चिन्नरजन्म दुर्लभम् तत्रापि पुंस्त्वं श्रुतिपारदर्शनम्। यस्त्वात्ममुक्त्येन यतेतमूढधीः सह्यात्मः स्वं विनिहन्त्य सद्ग्रहात्। पठन्तु शास्त्राणि यजन्तु देवान् कुर्वन्तु कर्माणि भजन्तु देवताः। आत्मैक्यबोधेन विना विमुक्तिः न सिद्ध्यति ब्रह्मशतान्तरेऽपि। चित्तस्य शुद्धये कर्म न तु वस्तूपलब्धये। वस्तुसिद्धिर्विचारेण न किञ्चित् कर्म कोटिभिः। अतो विचारः कर्तव्यः जिज्ञासोरात्मवस्तुनः। समासाद्य दया सिन्धुं गुरुं ब्रह्मविदुत्तमम्। अधिकारिणामाशास्ते फलसिद्धिर्विशेषतः। उपाया देशकालाद्याः सन्त्यस्मिन् सहकारिणः। So we started in the last class Mangalacharana Shlokam, where in detail the meaning has been shared. Again, for the benefit of all, this Mangalacharana Shlokam is doing namaskara to Ishtadevata or Guru or Mangala Shloka it is called. Here Acharya writes, Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tam Agocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. Govindam Sadgurum Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam iti Brahmaiva Govindam Paramanandam. Govindam, who is Paramananda Satchidananda Swarupa Brahma, who is my Sadguru, is actually Brahma Swarupa. And this knowledge of Brahman, which is not possible by any of the Sarva Pramana Agocharam. Sarva Pramana Agocharam Tam Gocharam. That means which is not that which the Upanishads gives Sarva Pramana Agocharam, which cannot be understood or transacted through any of the Pramana. That Brahma Tattvam is my Sadguru. Okay, and to that Sadguru, Parama Anandam Aham Pranatosmi. Sarva Pramana Agocharam, when we say, Tam Agocharam, when you are saying Sarva Pramana Agocharam, what does that mean? How many Pramanas are there? For Vedanta, there are 6 Pramanas. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi and Shabda Pramana. Yes or no? For people who have joined new, it will be little Greek and Latin, but people who are attended these classes, they will remember it. There are 5 ways of knowledge, how knowledge comes and we can receive knowledge. This is called a Pramana. The 6th one is Shabda Pramana. What are the 5? Pratyaksha Pramana, which are perceptible by any of our 5 senses or all of the 5 senses. Even one is enough. It is coming under Pratyaksha Pramana. Then, when that object is not in front of you and still you are able to infer, then it is called Anumana Pramana. For example, Yatra Yatra Dhumaha Tatra Tatra Vannihi. Correct? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. So that association of fire and smoke, by looking at the smoke, we infer there is fire. So one of the ways how we get the knowledge is by Anumana Pramana. The third one is Upamana Pramana, by giving darshana or examples. Okay, he is the pillar of the organization. Tatra eva Narasimha. He is a tiger. Means what? All the qualities of the tiger is seen in him. As the tiger is seen in the jungle, similarly he is got all that qualities. He is a pillar of the organization. Doesn't mean he will not move. He is taking the whole load on his head. No. He is a very important person in the organization, and hence you tell that he is a pillar. So from the example of a pillar, you come to know the importance of the person, and that's how the knowledge comes to you through examples, and it is called Upamana Pramana. The fourth one is called Arthabhakti Pramana. What is Arthabhakti Pramana? Hypothesis. Okay. You get up in the morning and you see the outside everything is wet. What is the hypothesis? Oh, last night when I was sleeping, it has rained. That is the hypothesis. Arthapatti. Then you will check it out and then okay, you will either confirm it or you will disagree, whatever. But through that, the knowledge comes to you. Okay, that is the source of knowledge. So Arthapatti Pramana, typically in Nyaya Shastra, you put up hypothesis. Let us assume it is this. Even in colleges and schools, you would have done null hypothesis. Let us assume this is not true. Let us assume this is true. Then you prove it, and that's how it gets proven. So, through hypothesis, then you prove, disprove, the knowledge comes in. Okay. Now, these 4 are very common. The 5th one is there in our Shastra, which is called Anupalabdhi Pramana. Upalabdhi means available. Anupalabdhi means not available. Okay. The absence of something is also a positive knowledge which we get. For example, if you say half glass is filled, the other half is empty. That other half empty is a knowledge coming out of Anupalabdhi Pramana based on what is Upalabdhi. Are you able to get that? Anupalabdhi Pramana. For example, Mauna Vyakya is an Anupalabdhi Pramana. What is Mauna Vyakya? Anyone knows what is Mauna Vyakya? What is not said but still gives you a meaning is called Mauna Vyakya.
Hidden meaning, sir.
No, it is not. Hidden meaning is fine. That is for you to infer now. But that is not what is told. For example, the moment you say, my second son is very smart, what happens? Mauna Vyakya, what the first son has been told or the first child has been told. That means he is not as smart as the second one. That is Mauna Vyakya, correct? That is Anupalabdhi. That information is not there to prove, but has got an implied meaning the way you have told it. So you have passed that knowledge that my second son is intelligent means the first son is not so intelligent. It's through Mauna Vyakya. Are you clear? Please be on mute. Is there anything you want to ask?
Okay. Reading between lines.
Huh?
Reading between lines.
Not reading between the lines. That is all. See, this is called Anupalabdhi. When you say reading between the lines, it is not available to you. Whatever infer you do or whatever you call it, it is actually not available to you. Okay. For example, darkness is absence of light, which is Anupalabdhi of light. There is no other way you can prove darkness. Here it is not reading between the lines. Okay, so non-availability of something is also a positive knowledge which our mind can understand. Are you able to get that? In Tarka Shastra, you have got something called as Abhava. The Naiyayikas talk about something called Abhava. Abhava means absence. And in absence, they will break it up into four. Prak Abhava, Pradvamsa Abhava, Anyonya Abhava, Atyanta Abhava. First of all, it is not known. In that, they classify into four. Okay, which means what it tells, the absence also gives us knowledge. Tell me, how is Atma understood? Neti neti nana vachanat. Is it this? No, not this, not this, not this, not this. It is actually through Anupalabdhi you are actually trying to understand. Because no one can show it is this. Even in Anupalabdhi, it does not clarify what is it. So even through that you can't understand. Can you understand it through Shastra? Now this, when we are talking about this pramanas, Sarva Pramana Agocharaha, Sarva Pramana Agochara, you know what is the word in Sanskrit called for it? Aprameyaha. Aprameyaha equal to Sarva Pramana Agocharaha. Prameyaha cannot be objectified, cannot be perceived, cannot be inferred, cannot be imagined. Okay. So, Aprameyaha, Atma Aprameyaha. Is it clear? That is what is meaning of Agocharaha. Gocharaha means able to reach. Agocharaha not able to reach. Okay. If none of this is going to give you a knowledge, then how does this knowledge of Atma come to us? Are you able to get this problem? If none of these are going to give me knowledge of Atma, then how do you get this Atma knowledge? Is it Shastra Pramana? Does the Shastra teach you this is the Atma? How many feels that Shastra is teaching you this is the Atma? We say Atma Vidya. Who taught this Atma Vidya? Is the Shastra teaching? Is the Guru teaching? How is it getting transferred to you? You are learning Atma Vidya. How is this blessed knowledge coming into me?
Introspection, sir.
No. Sir, all this thing doesn't work in Vedanta. Introspection will become imagination and it will go completely wrong.
Shastra, Shastras, Guru.
Very good. So if Shastra and Guru gives Atma tells us what is Atma, then how can they say Aprameyaha or Sarva Pramana Agocharaha? Either of it is wrong, correct? Someone is now telling a lie. Either Atma is not Aprameyaha or Sarva Pramana Agocharaha, or we have not understood what the Shastra is doing. For Atma Vidya, what is the Shastra doing? These are to students who have already been with Tattva Bodha and all those things. Huh?
It is teaching what it is not.
It is teaching what it is not, how it is doing it.
By negative language, like saying it is not body, it is not mind, it is not all that. Saying it is subtler than all of those things.
Through what it is done?
Shastra Darpana.
Shastra Darpana. Now, what is the point? Who is showing the Shastra Darpana? Guru. So the Guru is showing Shastra Darpana. Now in a Darpana, what do you see? Does the Darpana create something and give you? What is the job of a Darpana?
Reflects.
It is only showing what is there, which you are projecting it, it is only reflecting it back. So where is that knowledge available? In me, where the Shastra is reflecting it back to me. So there is no new knowledge coming through Shastra. The Shastra only says that what you see, don't see it that way, negate all the anatma, then whatever is there is what you see. What do you see? Answer is not there. Shastra doesn't have answer. Huh? Shastra doesn't have answer there. Very clearly Shastra emphatically says that there is no answer. Okay. In so many places it will come. Go with Purusha Sukta, there also it will come. Saya evam vid asman loka pretya edamannamayam that only, that starts there. Yato vacho nivartante. Where vacha, yato vacho nivartante. Where limitation on word starts. Okay. There is a stop to those words. Word business stops here. Why transaction is not possible. Up. Aprapya manasa saha. Aprapya, not perceptible by the mind also. All your indriyas go to the mind. They are all perceptible. Sarva indriya agocharaha, sarva pramana agocharaha is Atma. Then how is it? Swayam bhanti, na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra taragam nema vidyuto bhanti, kuto ayam agnihi, tameva bhantim anubhasitavyam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Kathopanishad. Equivalent shloka in the Smriti is न तद्भासयते सूर्यः न शशांको न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम. 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita. तमेव भान्तं अनुभासितव्यम. Which pramana is required to tell you that you are alive? Tell me that. Do you want pratyaksha pramana? Should I pinch myself and see I am alive? You want anumana pramana? Oh, I am breathing, so I think I am alive. For others you may do this anumana. The doctor does that anumana. But for yourself, can you do this anumana? Upamana pramana. Oh, these people are alive, so I am also alive. Because movement is there, in me also movement is there. Do you need that? Correct? You need a shastra to tell you are alive? You need a guru to tell you are alive? Not at all required. Then what? Tameva bhantam anubhasi sarvam. At every moment I know I am alive. Matter ends. Then what is the shastra doing? Shastra is reflecting your alive consciousness thing back to you in the form of words. Are you able to get this? That is why he says Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tam Agocharam. Tam Agocharam Vastu Vedanta Siddhantam is that Nitya Shuddha Buddha Paramatman Brahman who is my Guru. So it is not the body called Govinda Bhagavad Pada is seeing, he is seeing Brahma Swarupa Guru. He is Brahman only, which though no, it cannot be perceived by anything. Is it clear? Right from the first line itself, complete Advaitam is actually started there. But as a student, we first tell that it is Mangalacharna Shlokam, nothing more. He is praying to this bodily guru called Govinda Bhagavad Padacharya, because he has given Govindam also. Chalo, take a easy way. Otherwise there is no Govindam, there is nothing. Because Gam Vindati, when you take it as Shruti, what is Gam Vindati? It is actually talking about Brahman. Brahman who is Paramatma, Satchidananda Swarupa, which cannot be understood by anything, that Sadguru Pranatosmyam. So I am doing Namaskara to Brahman, Brahma Tattvam, nothing more than that. Makes it clear? How two ways you can look at it. Saguna and Nirguna both. Okay. So from this Mangalacharana Shloka, he went to Labdhva Katanchin Narajanma Durlabham. Durlabham Trayamevaitat Devanugraha Hetuka. Manushyatvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurushaya Samshrayaha. So he said very clearly, three things are very rare. First is Manushyatvam. You know, this rarity of Manushyatvam is very beautifully given in Panchagni Vidya, which will come in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad as well as in what is that? Chandogya Upanishad. In both the Upanishad it will come. Panchagni Vidya. Okay. It actually brings, see, the question is, this is the same question which was asked to Adi Shankara by Vyasacharya when he was writing the Bhashyam for Brahma Sutra Bhashyam when he was writing. In Sadhana Padam, what is the most important shloka? Tell me. And he gives the Panchagni Vidya, he gives. This Panchagni Vidya gives you such a clear probability that if you are today a human being, what is this probability you would be there? Because see how it is. It is taught in such a way that consider each as an Agni. In that Agni, Ahuti is given. From that Ahuti, there is going to be something which is coming out. So, Agni has an ability to purify and paripakvata it will bring. Correct? It will make it into a better form, more easily acceptable form. So Agni Samparka will make it into the next form which is better. So here, to give an example how it is, the Shruti itself tells that, and this particular Vidya is given by a king to a Brahmana. Pravaha Jaiviri Pravaha or some king's name is there. He has given this Vidya to a Brahmana because he comes and asks, do you know what is Brahman? The Brahmana says, I don't know. He says, I will teach you. And he teaches this Panchagni Vidya. In Panchagni Vidya, and this is just an example given, you cannot extend examples. First understand. Example is got a purpose to make you understand what it is. Don't extend it and consider it to be the law. Examples are not law. Here the example given is when a person does his karma throughout his janma and post death, when that person is burnt, that vehicle called the body is no more there. The Sthula Shariram is not there. The Sukshma Shariram is incapable of traveling without the Sthula Shariram. Correct? So it cannot travel. Now, if it has to get a gati and travel, there has to be a Sthula Shariram given. And that is where this 10 days Vidhi is to create something called as a Jaliya Shariram or Up Shariram. Up means water. Jaliya means water. That means something like a moisture based one Sharira is created. That is not visible to our eyes. Very fine it is, so it is not visible to our eyes. So on the 10th day, this particular Jiva along with the Sharira is ready to move. That is how it will go to various lokas, Pitraloka. You have to give a logic that it is moving. Because after that only it is going to get one particular yoni. It has to come back to another life. So it has to travel. For travel it needs a body. That body is created and given. Is it clear? Simple, making it very simple logic. From here, that Shariram which is gone to already Devaloka is what is the assumption. Not that all will go to Devaloka. So this Shariram has gone to Devaloka now because of the karma. The karma has taken it to Devaloka. Tatha somo raja nanjuhvati. There another ahuti happens. The first ahuti is when the person dies and then Agni in that ahuti it is given and Jaliya Shariram goes. The second ahuti is it further now grossifies and then the outcome of that ahuti is it becomes Parjanya Vagautama Agnihi. It becomes because of Somo Rajan which is the Chandra, it becomes Parjanya which is cloud, rain bearing cloud. So as per the Shastra, every drop of water which is coming in the rain are Atmas, Jivas. Okay. Now this will fall. Parjanya has to fall as rain. From here we can see the rain droplets fall. Where all can they fall? They can fall into barren land. They can fall into fertile land. They can fall into the water body. They can fall wherever they want. All these jivas, wherever they are falling, other than a fertile land where there is a seed, is not going to get any gati. Okay, which is now connecting through the seed. That is how one plant comes. A tree comes. Is it clear? So now this Atma is sitting through the tree and going. Jiva. Now this Atma has to be eaten. The tree has to give grain. The grain has to be eaten by a male member. Because we are referring to human birth back, not tree and cow, and so it has to be eaten by a human male member, and that eaten food has to get converted to the semen. Not all the food will get converted. By this you are seeing the probability what is happening. Pani kidhar bhi girega is of no use. It has to fall on the right place. Then in that right place, a person has to eat the product out. That product has to get converted to the semen, and that has to get fertilized with an egg. And after 10 months, a baby is born. Now you look at the probability of this baby coming in this context. Durlabham trayameva etat manushyatvam is first. Do you understand why such an importance is given to manushyatvam? Are we able to understand that whole, the way they are trying to explain it is, you have all, it is like how you have already come to the Wimbledon to play the game, not to watch the game. You have already entered there. Now if you waste your time and not play the game, then you are the biggest buddhu. First of all, how many people come to Wimbledon to watch are very few among all the people. You are that selected person who has come to play the game. And then if you say that I will not play the game, because you are rare. You have been selected to play the game. That is why Bhagavan has given you this prarabdha as a human being. So all this 8 billion people are all special cases of Bhagavan at this current moment. Otherwise we would have been anything, na? और मे बी कोई भी झाड़ में ब्रह्म इसका जैसा लटकते रहेगा, क्या मालूम क्या रहेगा. So all stories are there. भूत प्रेत पिशाच ब्रह्म राक्षस यक्ष यमदूत शाकिनी डाकिनी सर्प श्वापद वृश्चिक तस्करा उपद्रवाद्युपघाता. You can be anything on this. भूत प्रेत पिशाच ब्रह्म राक्षस यक्ष यमदूत शाकिनी डाकिनी. We are not that, we are human being. समझ में आ रहा है? So that rarity is being brought very clearly, that first accept that we are that rare breed of Jivatma which is endowed with buddhi, and hence we are special. That buddhi and this Prarabdha is given for a purpose. And that purpose is you have a golden opportunity only in human birth to get out of this sorry go round samsara. That is the purpose. You have a very great golden opportunity as a human being to get out of this samsara, which no other jiva has this ability at all. And to make it happen, a buddhi is also given. Now you tell me, kenapi punya karma visheshena idanintana manushye. What punya karma in which janma I have done, I don't know that I have got this human being birth, which has a very clear purpose. Okay, and hence Manushyatvam itself is a rarity. In that Manushyatvam, someone thinks about Mumukshutvam is, we have to do Shatakoti Pranamam. And in that, those people who are genuinely wanting Mumukshutvam, many of them will not get a Guru. If you have a Mahapurusha Samshraya, you are the luckiest among the luckiest. First understand that. How much more convincingly Acharyas and the Shastra needs to tell us what we are, what is our purpose, which means don't waste your time in any other pursuit. लक्ष्य क्लियर है, बॉम्बे से बैठा तो दिल्ली उतरने का, बीच में बड़ौदा आया, अहमदाबाद आया, फाफड़ा जलेबी खाने के लिए उतर के ट्रेन छोड़ो मत. लक्ष्य क्लियर है, दिल्ली पहुंचना है. सेम वे मनुष्य जन्म का लक्ष्य इज मुमुक्षुत्वम, मोक्षो में भूयादिति तीव्र इच्छा. गेट दैट एंड बी फ्री. डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम इन ऑल द अदर एफिमरल थिंग्स and get stuck in it. वो सब चलते रहेगा. जैसा देखो, करजत आया वड़ा पाव खाने का ट्रेन में बैठ के, उधर से आगे जाएगा, दूसरा कुछ आएगा वो भी खाने का ट्रेन में बैठ के. ट्रेन को भूलना नहीं है. तो जो मन तय करो, शादी करो, बच्चे रहने दो, ऑफिस रहने दो, मैनेजर बनो, सब डैमेजर बनो, जब सब करो, बट डोंट फॉरगेट मोक्षो में भूयाद इच्छा, because that is the last among our priorities. In today's list, that is the last, and that is supposed to be the first. Why? You are that rare breed who can even think about it. Make sense? Is it clear? Is the shloka very, very clear, giving us such a confidence that, wow, I am worth this. I should make use of it. If I don't make use of it, he tells the third shloka now. Labdva kathanchit narajanma durlabham tatrapi pumstvam shruti paradarshanam yat yastvatmamukyaina yateta mudhadihi sahyatmaha swam vinihatya sadgrahat. Very beautiful. इससे ज़्यादा डेरोगेटरी वर्ड्स अगर तुमने ये गोल्डन अपॉर्चुनिटी यूज नहीं किया तो तुमसे बड़ा मूर्ख कोई नहीं है, इज व्हाट ही इज टेलिंग इन दिस. ही सेज लब्ध्वा कथंचित, कैसा भी तो मिल गया ये ह्यूमन बर्थ. यू कैन डिनाई इट नाउ. Not only human birth, all my faculties are also working properly. इससे ज़्यादा क्या मानते हैं? All antennas are working properly, कर्मेंद्रियास working properly, ज्ञानेंद्रियास working properly, sound mind, good buddhi, good education, food is there, everything. अरे what more you want? Everything is there. Narajanma is durlabha. You have already hit the first penalty kick and got the first goal, so you are already at an advantage because that Durlabham Narajanma you have got it. वो नहीं मिलेगा तो आगे का तो इम्पॉसिबल है, बट ये तो मिल गया, पहला गोल मिल गया है, फर्स्ट माइलस्टोन अचीव, टिक. ओके, इट्स नॉट पहला पड़ाव पार किया, you have already reached that what 3 lakh or 10 lakh or something ना, after that timing is not that, tick tick will get closed. समझ में आ रहा है? You have already reached that by Narajanma. Now he gives further more about it. This has to be taken properly in the mind. Don't get biased about it. Whenever we are reading a text, it will be good that if you go to that time period, live in that time and then read the text, keeping that time in your mind, then it is correct. Don't superimpose the text with your time and then criticize the text. Because if that person would have written the text, it would have been far better than what we can think also now. Okay. Now he says, Tatrapi pumstvam. You have not only got a human birth, you are a male child. Why male child? Because only male children used to go out and study. First, unless you have the knowledge, how would you go ahead? So the formal education were there for male children at that time. First. Second thing is, there is a very big difference between a male psychology and a female psychology. The emotional personality of a male and female is different. However said, it is normal and it is a very general rule that ladies are more emotional and they are more attached. Okay, that is why either they are attached to parents, after marriage this family, then husband, then comes children, and then comes grand. So that attachment never breaks them. Relatively, yeah? Don't again compare today's situation. A general psyche is that. So from that perspective, when it is said that Tatrapi pumstvam shrutipara darshanam, that means not only a male child, you have got your formal education. Shruti Paradarshanam, not only just learning the Shruti to chant, but you know the meaning exactly, you know the application of it, you have completed all that, the basic study and post-graduation, where all your basic queries, the manual is very clear and known to you what is life expecting from you. So he is referring to a person who is born as a human being and who has got the basic education to know what is correct and what is incorrect in true sense. Okay, dharma dharma vivekaha, nitya nitya vivekaha, atma anatma vivekaha, all this have started coming because of your basic education. That much of intelligence is there to know. Is this clear? So he says, Labdhva katanchit narajanma durlabham. That durlabham narajanma you somehow got it. In that tatrapi pumstvam, in that you became a male child and you completed your full education to understand the basic and the manual of life and goal of life. Okay?
Sir, one question.
Wait, let me complete it. No question here.
Okay.
Let me complete it, then you ask a question. Yastvatma muktyehi yaha tu atma muktyehi. Okay. Na yateta. Yateta is putting efforts. Na yateta, not putting efforts. For what? Atma muktyahi, to get this freedom, to get this jnanam, to get moksha. If after having the knowledge of knowing what it is, if someone does not put effort, which means by mistake I became a human being, I was supposed to be the cockroach and I love this gutter samsara. The samsara gutter, I love it. So I want to be here only. समझ में आ रहा है? I want to get out of it and I have a golden opportunity and I am ready to put effort. If that is not there, then he says, Moodadhihi. Dhi means buddhi. Moodadhi. Mahabuddhu. तो छाट छाट के जो बुद्धू लोग को निकालते हैं ना, उसमें से है तू. Filtered बुद्धू. करेक्ट. बाय मिस्टेक ऑल्सो यू कैन स्लिप इट. वो फिल्टर करने के बाद जो निकलते हैं ना बुद्धू, उसमें तुम स्पेशलिस्ट हो. नेक्स्ट. स ही आत्महा. Indeed, he is committing suicide. Sa hi atmaha. Committing atmaha means what? Self-killing, suicide. Vinihantya asadgrihat. What is hanti? What is hanti? To kill. Vinihanti means Visheshena Nikrishtena Hanti. I have not spared any effort to ensure that I am 100% killing myself. I am not sparing any effort to kill, and I am very clear that I am perfect in killing. But what? He Atmaha, oneself. How am I doing it? Asadgrahat. By holding on to something which should not be held. Asadgraha. What is Sat? First understand, then write. There is enough time. What is Sat? Everyone are just stenographer. Log ruko jara. Sat means what?
Good.
Correct. Asat, opposite of good. Grahanam, to hold. Asad graha means मैंने केला लिया, छिलका हाथ में रखा, केला फेंक दिया. Mahamudadi. That is why he clarified your mudadi. You will keep anatma in your hand and you will easily drop away the atma. And when you drop away atma, you are doing vinihantya atmaha. You are killing yourself. Means what? I am ensuring that I do not have even 0.0001% probability of moksha in this janma by ensuring that I hold to anatma. क्या बोलेंगे इनको? स्पेशल कैटेगरी. Now the beauty is, how many are there in special category? All the majority. समझ में आ रहा है? If everyone comes to Adi Shankara's category, then Mahavishnu doesn't have job. He becomes jobless. Yes or no? उनका संसार कैसा चलेगा? ईश्वरा, हु इज ईश्वरा? कर्मफल दाता. कर्मफल देना बचा ही नहीं किसी को. उनका नौकरी से निकल जाएगी. तो ही विल एंश्योर दैट We remain Mahamudhadi by killing ourselves and losing the opportunity by sitting in this sorry go round always. For that you need a clear effort to say that I will wink at Bhagavan Vishnu and say sorry, मेरा तरफ से आपका धंधा को ठेंगा, because I want moksho में भूयात. If I don't do it, I am biggest Buddhu. Is it clear? Okay. Any question asked on this shloka?
There was a mention about Manusya Janma and especially male child. In that context, are women are at any disadvantage compared to men in their quest for jnana and moksha?
Understand, whenever we refer to jnana, first of all, moksha, getting moksha or working towards moksha is birthright of every human being. Every human being first. Okay. But there are certain enabler factors which support. One of the enabler factor is proper education, the Shastric education, and that Shastric education was given formally only to male children. So, to that extent, some amount of disadvantage will be there in ladies. Okay, because they are not exposed to the knowledge itself. If you are exposed to the knowledge, then question comes, it is not the times like today. Second thing is, if you look at the emotional makeup or the personality between male and female, they are more emotional relatively compared to male. Exceptions are there everywhere. Please don't take this as a rule, but you have to understand it from a generic perspective which is mentioned. And because there are more emotional clutches, they are crunched to it. For example, a male person will just leave off everything and say, I will go for sannyasa.
Yeah, Vairagya comes easier to male than...
That I will not say, but at least he will show off that I will go for sannyasa.
Okay.
The sannyasa ashrama, he will be ready to show off everyone, whether it is true vairagya and all, I do not know. But it is much easily possible for the male person to just chhod chhad ke bhai, you take care and I go. But normally in female it doesn't happen that way. They are more attached to the family, children, all the relation. That's the nature. So from a nature perspective, it can be, one is a little more enabler than the other. That's all. But these are not must. Because na shastra, na shastam, nothing works there. Even jnanam also doesn't work there. To drop what you have, the knowledge is what is moksha. Because that ahankara comes with that jnanam. So, what as a starting part he is telling, first understand that because he is a sannyasi, he is written it and he is teaching a disciple who is another sannyasi who is again a male member. तो भाई वो बिरादरी को लिख के वैसा बता रहा है. It is, all these are not text given for in general to everyone. It's a part of the teaching to the next disciple, right? Who is again a part of, who is a male member. And hence it is easy to connect it that way. समझ में आ रहा है? It is from that perspective it is told. That is why the examples cannot be extended too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other question? Otherwise, the next shloka, I will just read it, but then we will see, if you actually look at the next shastra, it is contradicting the previous one. Pathantu shastrani yajantu devan kurvantu karmani bhajantu devataha. You do all this. All these are coming only from that knowledge of shastric knowledge. आत्मैक्यबोधेन विना विमुक्तिः न सिद्ध्यते ब्रह्म शतान्तरेपि. Okay, so jnanadev tu kaivalyam he is establishing in this shloka, which we will see it in the next class. There is hardly any time. I don't want to start this new shloka. Okay, is it generally understood? There are new people, so I will use this time to check with you all. Is this understood, or you all want to make it simpler? Any feedback? The other people who are regular, I know, but new people who have joined, especially in the Vedanta class, is it okay? Are you all able to understand? Please tell. This is the time you can, absolutely no problem, you can show your face. At least I will know who are there. Can tell. Is it clear? Is it coming out clear? Able to understand? Yeah. Okay. Want to make it more, little more easier, little more simplified, because when I am speaking to these students who have completed Tattva Bodha, who have completed few texts, there is a presumption of certain knowledge already there. But if something is getting technical and you feel no, you didn't understand that, stop and ask. We'll clarify that and go ahead. Yeah, okay, good. Fine. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. The similar way, who were learning yoga earlier? Male members or female members earlier? When Patanjali has written, who is doing yoga more now? समझ में आ रहा है? Times change. So we have to take it from that perspective. It fits. Okay. Ciao.
Shivaratri.
Shivaratri. Namaskaram.
Shivaratri. Thank you.
Namaskaram. धन्यवादः.